Hello everyone, welcome to part 18 of Metroid Prime. We're nearing the end. We just got we have a bit of cleanup to do, and then we're going to be having our boss fight with our nemesis Ridley, who really isn't that tough. So yeah, apologize for the last part and also not uploading last week. Oh well, things happen. I just didn't feel up to editing at the time, I guess. But in any case, we're just doing a bit of cleanup. We have an artifact to do. We have an artifact to get, our last energy tank, and our last missile tank to get. And then we have all the items. All that will be left after that is just making sure to get the last few scans. I think by the time you get... By the time after Ridley, I think you should have 3 scans left. And if by the time before Ridley, you should have 4 scans. Obviously, we can all do math, I hope. I do take time to weed out the Metroids because it's always really annoying because when they attack you, they cover over your visor. So I'm making sure to get rid of all of them from a safe distance. Or as safe distance as possible, anyways. I don't really have too much else to say about this game. We're nearing the end. It's a solo commentary. I'm just going to be really happy once this is done. It's not really like a crowning achievement for the channel, I suppose. It's a freaking commentary slash let's play. But it's just like 2 years ago. 2 years. I think I started this 2 freaking years ago, and I actually got reminded by a friend. Go like, when I brought up that I was doing the Metroid Prime commentary, why didn't you watch any of the videos? Go like, didn't you start that 2 years ago? Yes! Yes, I did! I think it was Josh who said that. I think. I was just like, didn't you start that 2 years ago? Yes! Yes, I did. Unfortunately, and it's just like, oh, I'll be so happy once this is done. And I swear to God, if any of the footage or shit gets deleted off my computer, I'm gonna be so fucking livid. If any stupid shit happens in the interim. Kappa's find me for all my Metroid videos. Oh no! Kappa's such a stupid thing. And YouTube is too. Why am I even on this site? I don't have... Not like anybody's watching, but I must soldier on. For nothing's gonna change with that negative ass attitude. I'm gonna try to, you know what, I'm probably gonna try to make like this super clickbaity thumbnail. Not for this video, but for something else. And see if that catches the attention of subscribers. Go like, oh, what the hell is this? So, yeah, we appear to delete the Omega Pirate Trooper. The Omega Pirate, my bad. And yeah, it's pretty much just like there's really nothing that can really harm you at this point. You had the Phazon suit, so no Phazon can actually harm you anymore. So it's no longer a hazard. Pits like this can still go suck it, by the way. Though. Because in all honesty, I'm trying here to see if I can cheese past this so that I don't have to take the spider ball route because it's a bit slow. But no such luck. I gotta do it. Just like that grapple point just barely out of reach. Also, this is going to be the last part where the grapple beam... Well, no, I guess... Maybe in the core? Maybe? Maybe in the meteor core? I doubt it, though, honestly. I'll probably just walk past it anyways. We got 2 bosses left. And I'm stuck on something somehow. There we go. Oh, it's all... Oh my god, it's like... Again, it's finally nearing the end. We're finally nearing the end. And we also got some stuff recorded for Sonic Adventure too, so that's good. Everything looks like it's in order for the most part. And I also need to record some Devil May Cry as well. I've started that a little bit, but it's nowhere near close to done. Like I literally just started like a few days ago as of this recording. Well, it's pretty obvious that I'm recording this and uploading this on the same day. It's a bit lazy, I know, but it's just like I can only edit so much. I can only do so much, honestly, sometimes. And that is our last energy tank. We now have all the energy tanks. Now, I believe in the next room, we should have our last missile power-up, missile tank. And that's it. We got all the items. Then all that's left is just the scans, and we're good. Now, this one section can be a little bit annoying. For starters, they start you off with like 2 pirate troopers, 2 of the beam troopers. So that's kind of a little bit of a pain. And there's also like a little bit of platforming here and there up in the higher levels, and ridiculously placed enemies and turrets that are designed to knock you off to make it as annoying as possible. And I do unfortunately fall off and back down and have to climb back up, and I didn't edit that out, unfortunately. It doesn't take too long, but dick. Sorry. I just don't really have too much else to say. Because there's like some stuff that I want to save for like when we get to the final area of the game. Honestly. And I don't really want to go over boss strats with Ridley. Oh, also, I demonstrated this a couple times, but you can actually see the exhaust fans of the invisible platforms with the thermal visor, which is a nice attention to detail. Also, that guy dies. He just basically, if the enemies touch Phazon, they will pretty much die in a couple seconds. Like the same rules apply to them as to you without the Phazon suit. Alright, so now I'm going to try to climb up. Well, first I'm blowing this up. Only energy. Damn. Just feels like they're being so stingy with missiles. So I'm going to fall down twice. I don't apparently learn my lesson because I think this guy is going to miss, which he doesn't. He's surprisingly accurate. So I could have just taken my lesson and just learned, okay, I'll just... What I have to do is go across the room so I can get a better vantage point so I can be able to actually hit him. But I choose not to do that, which was dumb. Very, very dumb. And knocked off. And it's... Yeah, these enemies are just kind of... They're placed just to annoy you. You also have no way of seeing that guy, so... It is kind of like... Does feel like a bit of a trap, and I don't really like it when games do that. Let's see, what else can I talk about? I'm actually trying to play like a lot of the games on my backlog. I'm finally getting around to doing that. So that's kind of been the majority of what I've been doing. At the moment, it's been Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which I have put off really playing. And Christ, is it boring? I'm sorry to anybody who likes the game, but it's fucking boring. It's the same 3 to 5 missions copy-pasted across an entire game, including the side quests. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's some part of the game where there's an exception to it, but it seems like for the most 90% of it, that's what it is, and it's just kind of like, past 8 to 10 hours of gameplay time I've spent on it have been really, really boring. And I think I'm only like 2/3 of the way through the game. If that. I don't know if like that's an accurate estimate. It's just like, plus there's the DLC, and oh my god. But I'm playing through it all. Unless it drives me nuts to the point where I can't stand it anymore, in which case I drop the game entirely. But I think like if I see another Assassin's Creed game like that one, like Odyssey or even Origins, I think I'm just gonna straight up skip it. I just think I'm gonna do a hard pass because I don't think this series is for me. And I decided to use the grapple beam. I don't know if I decided to do that on purpose or if I just did that and remembered halfway through the swing, like, oh wait, grapple beam's useless now. Now you're supposed to enter into this area from Magnor Caverns, and it's intended, but you really can't get very far if you go that way, with like the gear that you would typically have. So it's really not worth it. It's better to just go through the town overworld entrance to the Phazon Mines. It's more efficient. Power bomb here, power bomb there, power bomb everywhere. Let's just power bomb the planet. That'll solve all the problems. So I briefly considered going this way, and then I decided no, that's not a very efficient path. It's better to just go a few rooms this way, and get to through the town overworld entrance. That way I can just head straight to the ship and then to Ridley. Woohoo! We're almost at the end! And I do kind of wish that this commentary could have been continued with friends, honestly. But I'm pretty much, like, I think other than Anthony, I'm like the only person in my friend group that's really into Metroid. So honestly, it's not too big of a deal. I love this franchise. It's just amazing. I mean, I did like a solo commentary of the first Metroid game, and god, that game is janky as fuck. But it's just like, I wonder what game I'm probably going to do. When I decide to come back to Metroid for recording, I'm trying to figure out which game I'm gonna do. I might commentate over the footage I have for Zero Mission, and just do that. But then after that, I say maybe. Okay, my choice is either Prime Hunters, which would be kind of a pain to record, because I'd have to buy it off the Wii U eShop, or I'd have to emulate it, and I'm not too sure about emulating a DS game that heavily uses the touchscreen on like a computer. That just sounds like it's a recipe for disaster. Like, would I have to like click my mouse and drag it across like the quote-unquote screen to be able to move or something? I don't know, it just sounds like a hassle. It just sounds like a hassle to set up either way. And honestly, the Metroid Prime Hunter game is so disconnected from Metroid Prime and Metroid in general that it might not even matter. Oh, okay, I say that, and yet Metroid Prime Federation Force features a teaser at the end of it where Silex appears and takes like, what was it, a baby Metroid or something like that? Or no, something else. I don't remember, but I know Silex appears, so maybe I should do it? I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I only played through the game like one time, and I thought, yeah, that was okay. But I never really felt a desire to go back to it. Honestly, except for like playing local multiplayer with random people around me who didn't own the game. So I had the advantage by just picking whatever character I fucking wanted. It's not a bad multiplayer, but it's just like, it's kind of eh. I would say has a little bit more depth to it than, well, not so much depth, a variety than Metroid Prime 2's multiplayer. But yeah, I guess I really shouldn't be talking about this. I should probably save this sort of commentary for like those games. But anyways, we've just about reached the boss. We've reached the impact crater, and I'm chewing in check here to make sure that I scan both of those, because it was a while. Because again, I took like a 3 to 6 month hiatus from recording this game, so I was a bit shaky on whether or not I scanned certain things. All right, time to open up the door. Nothing can totally go bad now. God, English, help me. English language, please help me. Surely nothing could go wrong now. Fuck, something went wrong. Now we fight Meta Ridley. This is the boss fight we've been looking forward to since the beginning of the game. Meta Ridley, seemingly back from the dead. Though, fun fact, he wasn't supposed to be considered dead. He was supposed to be considered injured. Only mostly dead. But, they decided to mess up on both the NES Metroid. Well, the NES Metroid has an excuse because it's an 8-bit game and they weren't sure if there was ever going to be a sequel, probably. But the but the remake Zero Mission has no excuse. So get the scan of him, should tell you something about like the metal plate on his chest is a weak point, and you should automatically lock onto it. Anyways, especially after scanning him. Basically, my strategy for the beginning of this fight is fire super missiles at his chest until he... Well, first he's going... Okay. God, this boss fight is so much easy. It's really easy. Like, honestly, if you were strafe left and right, he probably isn't going to hurt you. And I thought he was going to come down onto the ground here. I'm going to be using also a speedrunning trick to skip his second... Skip, like, to his... second, third phase? I don't know. I don't think I fought this boss legitimately since I first played him. Once I found out about the boost ball trick, I pretty much never did this boss fight legitimately again. It's just so much faster. Okay, now he's going to land, and when he does so, boost ball into him. For some reason, this tears off his wings and causes him to initiate his next ground phase. Now, in this phase, you're going to still use the power beam, and you're going to fire at his mouth to stun him, and then when he exposes his core, you fire a super missile, rinse, repeat. Anytime his mouth is open is free real estate for you to shoot him. Except for that. That one's very finicky for some reason. That attack is very finicky. I have no idea. And I, for some reason, wasted a super missile there, but oh well. I have like 200... I got 215 others. Okay, and now when he does that animation, he's in his third phase. So switch to your... You want to switch to your plasma beam. Because it's basically the best beam you have, and he loves to spam that attack now. So it's a bit tough to dodge, especially when you get hit with it repeatedly. Also, make sure that tail when he jumps has a hitbox. So make sure to jump over it when he does that. He just loves to spam that damn attack. It's really annoying. And it's really hard to hit his mouth during it for some reason. It's like a different part of his mouth covers over the hurt box for it. And he's not going to be stayed stunned for nearly as long, so the best you're going to be able to do is probably like a charge shot of the plasma beam. Or of your weapon of choice. Honestly, power beam and plasma beams are the way to go for this boss. So I tried to do different timing for it, doesn't work. There we go. And that should be one more, and there we go. The boss is done. He's very fast. It's very easy to beat him. Though I did want to talk a little bit briefly, though I don't know if I have enough time for this, about Ridley being Samus's primary nemesis. In the Metroid series, it's really not made a big deal out of in the Metroid series that Ridley is Samus's arch nemesis and that he killed her parents. The only time where it's really brought up canonically speaking is through a very convoluted flashback scene that you can only in Zero Mission or Fusion that you can only get under very specific circumstances that shows Samus thinking back on Ridley attacking her parents. And the only other time canonically within a game that's much easier to tell is Metroid Other M. So it is kind of what I'm trying to get at is that it's a little bit weird that for the Metroid series and Smash Brothers, they bring up Ridley's importance by classifying him as Samus's arch nemesis, which is a little bit odd because if you just played just the Metroid games, you might be forgiven for not thinking that. He's a recurring enemy, but you might not get necessarily, oh, this is Samus's arch nemesis since she was a kid. You might not get that impression. Because it's really not anywhere in the games, really. But anyways, that's the end of the part. I've rambled on long enough. That is part 18. See you guys for the final part. For the final part where we beat the boss, Metroid Prime. No, not the game. The boss's name is actually Metroid Prime. We're title dropping this bitch. See you guys.